Test. Looks like we're good to go.
God, no. No, it's locked. I can't believe this. Hey, up there! Hello? Can you let us out of here? Hello? They can't hear us, I guess. Can you see any way to get this open?
Just a little looking around is all you gotta do. Hey Baron, welcome on in. Just ascended to mines. About to get out on the street. Still work.
That's it. See if the crank still works. Come on, Gordon, crank that thing. Great. Okay, let's get to the train yard before the Citadel blows.
Thus, for the time being, I believe that
Finally,
all combined
fresh air.
portals have failed completely.
Oh my God.
As well as all communication
Strider's
systems
really tore the
based
hell
on
out
that
of this
technology.
place.
In short, the Combine are completely cut off.
I wonder how
Combine
things are
forces
outside
currently
the city.
stationed
This
on
City
Earth
17
are now
Vista
Like
is
we've
an
never
explicit
been
visual
happy to see
reward
Dr.
for
Kleiner.
surviving the elevator battle.
However, this is most
Since
likely
early
a temporary
playtesters
state
told
of
us that we
affairs,
weren't
as we
communicating
once
just
learned
how
to our
damaged the
dismay,
city was,
even the
this sweeping
relatively
view of
tiny
an extremely
fracture
messed up
at
City
Mesa
17
gave our
serves a
enemies
practical
an
purpose,
opening which they were
as
able
well as
to
being a
force
nice
ever
moment of calm
wider
between
as they
storms.
poured through in greater
The
and
framing
greater
of your
numbers.
first view of the Citadel in this Vista space is very deliberate. We included various leading elements.
Human allies still remaining on Earth who will be doing their utmost
I decided to not do every single commentary node just to get through the game, but I'm going to be doing a few of them.
One thing we try to do when we're integrating storytelling and gameplay, something that's become a hallmark of ours, is to include nonlinear bits of narrative. Things that action-oriented players don't have to sit through, but that are available to players who want to learn more about the background of the story. Kleiner's broadcasts on the public address monitors are a good example of this method. Apart from the strong visual image of Dr. Kleiner replacing it,
human weapon, but our will, our intellect,
I need
our
to pause
ability
that
to
when the
respond
commentary's going on.
selectively and rationally
Two
to
different voices
every
going on at
terror
once.
they turn against us. We place
one
our
thing we
firmest
try to
hope
do
in
when
the
we're integrating storytelling and gameplay, something that's become a hallmark of ours, is to include nonlinear bits of narrative. Things that action-oriented players don't have to sit through, but that are available to players who want to learn more about the background of the
Behind
story.
you!
Kleiner's broadcasts on public address systems are a good example of this method. Apart from the strong visual image of Dr. Kleiner replacing his former boss on the giant screens,
Probably us.
his speech conveys a lot of dense information about the state of the world and how things have changed due to the events of Half-Life 2. We settled on this particular location for the Kleiner cast as one of the few logical places where players can watch in peace and move on to the next game. It's essentially a footnote embedded in the world.
I was hoping we'd get a bit farther before they noticed us again.
Repelling soldiers presented a difficult training problem because we found it's tough to focus the player's attention upward. This entire alley was carefully designed to ensure that the player would see the descending soldiers. First, we framed the soldiers with a straight line of buildings. Then we had them run across the rooftops so they were starkly silhouetted against the sky before they dropped down in front of the lightly colored buildings. Finally, we added a distinctive sound to the repelling action so that the players would recognize it later in the game.
Character AI is all about putting on a good show. As we neared the end of production, we were still unhappy with the way that Alex handled herself in combat. The most common thing she did was run backwards while shooting at the enemies. It was fairly realistic, but kind of boring. So we added crouching and aiming at the last minute. And though it didn't really change her combat effectiveness in any functional way, it made her a whole lot more fun to watch. And this is a really good example of how these relatively minor presentation and behavior changes can often have a really major impact on entertainment value.
My attack is weak.
Good job sealing the burrows.
Whoops.
Strip mine traps are great, but they were sort of hard to justify given the total chaos of City 17. Even though we couldn't use strip mines a lot, they made sense in this interrupted ambush scene.
Ow. Really need my crowbar there.
Nicely done. Let's head upstairs.
This explosion permanently seals the cafe door, which has a few benefits. From a design perspective, we found that when we limit the amount of backtracking players can do, it gives them confidence to venture forward. And from a practical standpoint, we can clean up the now unreachable entities, giving us a big reduction in overhead. It also helps to minimize potential bugs and exploits.
Shatter. Switch it up before. No. Move. Straighten your legs. Oh, sniper. Oh.
Gordon, hold up a second. We can't get through here while that sniper's covering the street.
Originally, the player didn't get any weapons until the end of this map, so roller mines were the only way to kill the soldiers. As we added more content to previous levels, it became impractical for players to be without a gun for so long. As a result, players get weapons much earlier now.
Oh, dang. Temple in there.
You need a better shot if you knock them over, Gordon. Nice
There we go.
toss, Gordon. That sniper almost took my head off. Let me climb up and take a look at what we're walking into. Uh-oh. They've got the street fortified up ahead. You run point, okay? I'll cover you from up here till you reach the far end. When the coast is clear, I'll catch up. Okay, looks like I can get that ladder down to you. Let me shoot out the latch. I might be a little rusty with this rifle. Ha! Nope, guess I'm not.
One of the primary design goals of Episode 1 was to convey the sense that Alex and the player are a team. This sniper sequence provides an opportunity for Alex to offer combat support in a cool new way. It also gives the player a chance to watch zombies get sniped up close and from various angles.
I don't know what that was. A box here?
Players didn't have any weapons in the original version of this map. That made it a lot more important to remove the boards with the gravity gun so that Alex could snipe the zombies. Once weapons were added though, the skybridge became less of a puzzle and more of a straightforward combat event. We added more zombies to increase the challenge, but pulling the boards off is still the most fun way to get through this section.
Oh, last one was shot. Get him. Uh-oh. Sounds like rehab is going well, yeah? Pokemon in shade. This side didn't work well for me. So let me start sounding like Mufasa again. I'm really trying to pin that down. Just a connection issue, or just like wires crossing or something weird like that. There we go, shotgun ammo. Oh. You're just coming with. They aren't our friends anymore, though. We're antlions.
I can get a better shot if you knock them over, Gordon. Phew. Glad that's over. Oh, God. Looks like the reactor's back on track for a meltdown. That transmission's going out after all. Oh. I'd like to find another way around these buildings, but we really don't have time. Okay, let's get in. Come on.
Shade, I was about to say, trying to insult me right there. Well, we lost everything. Remember at the end of Half-Life 2 where it zapped everything out? Supercharged a gravity gun? So we lost all our weapons, including the bug ball. And I don't think you get it back, because antlions remain enemies for the rest of the game. Which is unfortunate.
Our AI is inherently unscripted, which means that we have to design spaces that permit our characters to make good choices. The AI is better able to make intelligent decisions when there are alternate routes through a combat space.
I think we just broke about 50
This hallway
combine
started out as a straight-shot corridor with a door at the end for soldiers to enter through, but this design didn't provide the AI with
What's
enough
that beeping
choices to
sound?
make the soldier behavior very interesting. Adding an additional space on
Get
the
away
side
from the doors!
allowed them to find cover and flank the player, both of which dramatically improved the entertainment value.
Yeah, our pistol's like or it's pretty automatic. It like does little burst shots, I think. Like, stop moving. You can see she has like an extended clip as well.
The first prototype of Episode 1's door blast effect was here in the Combine Garrison. Being peppered with chunks of wood while soldiers poured into the room through a haze of smoke proved to be an effective dramatic tool. It was also an excellent way to simultaneously ungate the player and flood the area with enemies. It was so unanimously successful in playtests that we ended up adding it in several places throughout the episode.
Nice trade.
At this point in the action, we really felt that we needed a combat crescendo. Antline guards make great boss challenges, and we decided to add some combine forces to the mix because watching AI characters fight each other was always entertaining. This setup had a few other benefits as well. Since players had previously only fought alone against the guards, this was the first time they'd actually witnessed secondhand the effects of a guard headbutt. They'd also see an APC in action, and in case there was any doubt, get definite proof that Combine soldiers and antline guards don't pay
We shoved the cart.
collapse of Combine bounties in City 17.
Hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Kayla. You're backwards speaking. Oh, that's why. I plugged some holes up here. Look how she's just on a turret right now. I think we're good. You can chill.
They're coming from the rooftops.
Are there doggos? There actually are, but they're different ones. They come in the next episode. We got a little tease of them at the beginning of this one. Music.
In early versions of this area, there was no side passage off the street, and the gash in the road was created by the gunship that the player later fights in the hospital attic. As development progressed, however, gameplay, story, and performance requirements made this initial design unworkable. The new side passage provided a short break in the combat tension after the boss battle, and also helped us stay within our performance budget.
Crawling skills.
Oof.
Oh, back so soon?
Go back and grab those then.
After the Antlion Guard fight, playtesters were reporting some combat fatigue. We decided to
What?
include an environmental puzzle here to break up the pacing before the subsequent street battle. We originally worried that a densely packed room full of hopper mines, trip mines, and explosive barrels was a little too implausible, but playtesters loved the sudden reveal of the room and then enjoyed navigating it, so this ended up being another case where we accepted a trade-off between fun and maintaining a strictly consistent fiction. At one point, this was the site of a physically simulated elevator puzzle. It was kind of neat, but it caused a lot of problems in playtests. Even though the puzzle mostly obeyed the laws of physics, it wasn't all in line with the way we had trained players to expect elevators to work in our world. We considered adding some earlier training to support it, but quickly abandoned the idea in favor of a redesign that was more immediately understandable while still being fun.
I think you have to blow these up. Okay. Ah. Oh. It's like a double trap.
There you are. I thought you might have forgotten about me.
Who could do that?
Medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
God, dose of morphine for that? Guess my face is kind of burning. Explosions in my face.
Uh-oh. Here we go again. Get back.
Got him. Didn't get any for the splinters that just shot in my face though. Do a hard save. Crash prevention. Which this game doesn't crash that often, but who knows? Yoink. Nice. A little wasteful on the rockets there. Works. Dang. Oh. What? I don't even need to shoot bullets. Just let her... Is she out though? Over where? There.
What are you still doing here? Everyone should clear out of the city.
The Combine's not making it easy. We're trying to get enough people together to force our way through to the train station. People are meeting up in a safe house nearby.
Can you take us there?
You bet. Let's go. This way. I don't think this war's ever gonna end. Hey, it's me. Open the door.
What's the password?
I'm not even gonna tell you to shut up.
Come on in.
Previously, certain protein chains important
Good password.
to the process of embryonic development were selectively prevented
daughter,
from
right?
forming. This is no longer the case. For those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation. Which is to say, in layman's terms, you should give serious consideration to doing your part for the revival of the species.
Oops.
We must make the most of the time we have, as it is by no means certain how much time we have secured ourselves before the Combine attempt to restore their dominion, as they certainly shall. Since this is, in fact, the first opportunity we have had to speak openly of the baleful influence of the Combine, there is much ground to cover. And in fact, I hope to institute a series of useful bulletins in the days ahead. However, for now we will have to content ourselves with some relatively meager exposition. The destabilization of the City-17 reactor has had repercussions that were not entirely unexpected, although is over ahead of time.
Let's find another way up.
Forced a damper on the entire network of linked Citadel reactors. Thus, for the time being, I believe that all Combine portals have failed completely, as well as all communications systems based on that technology. In short, the Combine are completely cut off. Combine forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated units, stranded. However, these stated has learned to our tiny fracture that gave our enemy ever wider as they pour
Ow.
through in greater and greater numbers. In addition to completely xenophobic post-human allies still remaining on
Alright, got a bunch of that back though.
But our will, our intellect, our ability to respond selectively and rationally to every terror they turn against us. We place our firmest hope in the human spirit, even knowing how easily it may be shattered. We have all seen friends and family crushed by the Combine. Some of our neighbors have allowed themselves
Wait, how do you get up here?
Of their humanity by the military machine. And those who resisted have met a most
What? Oh, wait, because I fell.
Still, I cannot overstate how important it is that we retain our humanity.
This space was designed to lure players onto a section of breakable floor that drops them into a room full of zombies. Players are enticed into the trap by some reward items and a chance to peek in the hole. We like to surprise players, but we never want them to feel like they've been treated unfairly.
It will loop repeatedly until there is.
When this is all over, I'm. Who am I kidding?
Gordon! Alex? I don't believe it. How the hell did you get out of the Citadel?
We're not exactly sure. All I know is the Vortigaunts had something to do with it. But what about you, Barney?
I'm doing okay, just going crazy trying to...
They found us!
Aw, hell, Gordon! Were you followed again?
We stole some information from the Citadel on our way out. I don't know what it is yet, but it's important enough that they've been hounding us the whole way here.
Well, that puts the pressure on. Look, we gotta get moving. You guys know about the evacuation trains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been planning to make a push on the train station. Now it looks like we're gonna have to cut a path through every chicken ship Metro cop who's having second thoughts about defending City 17.
If Gordon and I took a separate route, we could draw the Combine away from you. That'd give you a chance to get the trains filled up before we get there.
Really? Well, if you say so. Now, come here, look over here. Okay, across this bridge, over the rooftops, is a safe path to the station. You two head that way. I'll hit the streets and round up everyone who's been waiting. We'll meet you there.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Hey, Gordon, before you go, I was getting tired of carrying this around. Listen,
Finally.
I don't have many more of these, so try not to lose this one,
Many
okay?
more of those?
Go on across, Gordon. She's
Barney,
waiting
like
for you.
Dr. Kleiner,
You lucky
is one of the
dog, you.
characters with the deepest roots in Half-Life 1. His personality is more iconic and retains more of the comic stylization of the first game. This type of character allows us to mix up the mood a little bit, to inject some absurd humor into the otherwise grim scenarios of the Half-Life universe. While characters such as Alex and Eli Vance have allowed us to explore more realistic dramatic possibilities, we're still very much attached to our roots in satire and black humor.
Sorry it's been a while. No, you're good. You're good. My last stream was I think the last one you were in on Saturday. Shade, I already did Half-Life 1. That was Black Mesa. I wouldn't be against playing the original Half-Life sometime. But I think after Half-Life 2 I'm going to be switching over to something else. Yeah, that's what the whole hype about Black Mesa was. Nope. So Black Mesa happened before. Then we got put in stasis for 20 years. When the Combine came in and took over the world from those portal storms.
Barney's big crowbar scene here required a few tricks to pull off. There are actually 3 separate crowbar models in this sequence. First, there's the one stuck in the machine. When Barney grabs that one, we remove it from the world and switch on a second crowbar that's been in Barney's hand the entire time, only invisible. Both of these models are purely decorative, so as soon as Barney makes his tossing motion, we hide the second crowbar and create a third usable crowbar that then bounces to the ground.
I thought I just knocked him off. He looks a little weird to hit right there. What's that face he's doing?
It's a gunship. Nice shooting.
Gunship fight. Not just yet. Creepy Soviet hospital.
Hey, a hospital. Keep an eye out for medical supplies.
Whenever possible, we like to foreshadow impending boss battles by introducing the enemy before the actual fight. In this case, you know you're going to be seeing that gunship again pretty soon.
The weird thing is, well, not the weird thing, but the oversight is they put a bunch of English signs all over the place.
Instead of letting the gunship AI have its own way, we forced the ship to crash right into the attic. It's a dramatic payoff for winning the battle, and it gives players an opportunity to examine a gunship up close at their leisure.
We designed this gunship battle to create a dynamic, evolving experience, while still keeping the player within a constrained area.
Can't hear that.
Wow! I mean, holy... That was... Jesus, Gordon, you're a real terror.
Oh, that's only about
Think
the
it's dead?
sixth one I've killed.
Maybe you should whack it with a crowbar just in case.
Good idea. We'll whack it with the crowbar.
Oh, God.
Is that
not
from
again.
Metro? up Sir Wild of the cat? Like, if you will move, alright, you're gonna get blown up.
So much for medical supplies. I found a shotgun.
Oh no, why does she have a shotgun? Your pistol's better. Oh, maybe not.
The hospital was a completely new interior space that we had to design pretty much from scratch. Like most of City 17's visuals, it was inspired by Eastern European architecture. The surgery lamps and the overall white and yellow color scheme were drawn from photos of a hospital in Chernobyl. The tilework and the high archways were chosen to give the area the institutional feel of an old European hospital, and the beds were based on some World War II images. In fact, we avoided modern-looking fixtures and furniture altogether in order to differentiate the place from a contemporary hospital.
We designed this area to be an entertaining showcase for NPC combat. Because of our dynamic AI, these kinds of battles never really play out the same way twice. Players often like to sit back, watch the show, and then dive into the fray at their own discretion. We also felt it was time to introduce a new combat ability for Alex, so we gave her a shotgun here. Not only are shotguns terrific for zombie hunting, their size and ponderous handling characteristics make for some great combat animations.
Just a bit and they're losing. The whole point of the zombies is to make them easier to kill. Ow. How much longer did you stream the Black Masses last night, Wild? After I left, because you conquered the tower. Look at those little heads. Just kamikaze with a grenade there. Oh, did you not post to my Discord so she can see? Oh yeah, so you hit all the content. Wait, no.
Hate these things.
walked in my door. Ow. Place, has more zombies than Ravenholm.
The door-banging zombies were supposed to give players a safe glimpse of the threat they'd have to face later in the level. In the original design, players couldn't open the door. The zombies would burst through on their own after the player had done a little exploring. We abandoned that plan when many playtesters exhibited a pretty much single-minded fascination with opening the door as soon as they saw it. We made the door openable, though if players ignore it, the zombies will eventually break it down themselves.
Random Overwatch Combine in here. Why? Maybe to give me this. OP Orb Shot. I did not know that killed the big bulky guys in one hit. 'Cause I hardly ever use that.
To make the set of empty corridors look like a hospital, we chose some iconic hospital props that could be used multiple times throughout the level. Then we built the models with details, multiple skins, and vertical and horizontal elements that would be visually interesting in the space.
After you.
Yep, that's all why she always wants me to go first.
Oh no! Gordon, you okay? Oh god, more zombies!
Blood toxin level detected.
Hey, Crab just wants head coupling. What? Oh. That all the particles? Forgot why we need to do that, because we have to get to that exit. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. So there's reasons we are doing this. Is that the only one? Remember the last time I had the platform with water? I do. This is a terrifying experience. What? Just made a bunch of barnacles spontaneously appear again. Not just water though, electrified water.
Too much of the same type of uninterrupted gameplay causes fatigue. Through repeated playtests, we learned that by the time players reached this part of the hospital, they were ready for a break from the intense combat. In response to that feedback, we inserted this relatively calm exploration puzzle as a change of pace. It gives players a respite from combat while still presenting them with an interesting challenge.
Ow, 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 ow. What? Oop. Getting zapped still.
Too much of the same type of uninterrupted.
Not today, Barnacle Boys.
Sorry about leaving you alone down there, Gordon. I got a bit swamped.
Oh, did you?
I see you did all right without me.
Of course I did.
Level detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Morphine administered.
That's a zombie cue right there. Here they come.
Get it. Yeah. You know, this game is kind of dark in terms of theme and all that. But that scream that the zombies make when they're on fire, that is just like the most horrifying thing. Yeah.
What kind of hospital is this?
The good kind. Oh wow.
This turret scenario was designed to showcase Alex's ability to provide cover for players in combat. She always hangs back a little, blasting anything that moves. In the original version, players could knock over lightly protected turrets with a single rocket, fired from the safe end of the corridor. We thought it'd be a nice way for players to feel like they'd pulled one over on the Combine. Unfortunately, playtesters routinely thought that they'd discovered a bug, or, at best, an exploit that had arisen from sloppy design.
What?
So in this case, a situation we deliberately created to make the players feel clever actually caused them to think we weren't doing our job very well. As a result of this feedback, we added a force field and additional grading to better protect the turrets.
What you're seeing here is a visual representation of a node graph, a set of nodes and all the connections between.
Hold on, I'm gonna do that one in a bit. Hello, Punk Woon. Thanks for coming on in. Continue your adventures in Half-Life 2. Alright, let's go do that commentary node then.
What you're seeing here is a visual representation of a node graph, a set of nodes and all the connections between them. The node graph is used by NPCs to figure out how to move around the world. It's not really a specific set of instructions, but rather a sort of information repository. Among other things, NPCs use the node graph to dynamically chart paths to distant areas, find cover, or scout out firing positions with a clear line of sight to their enemy.
That's one of the cooler commentary notes I remember, just because it shows you like the paths and things. Wolf.
At any rate,
The train station.
first,
Oh boy. They're onto us. Better find Barney and get moving. We wanted players to realize that they've been spotted and the Combine are now aware of their arrival at the train station. It sounds like a simple task, but it actually took a lot of thought to draw the player's attention to the various events that communicate this message. First, a train horn sounds, which gives Alex an opportunity to mention that the station is in sight. Next, the lights go off to grab the player's attention and to make the monitors stand out in the dark. At this point, the player should be looking at one of the monitors, so finally, the Kleiner transmission is interrupted briefly by a Combine advisor. Originally, the advisor appeared on a jumbotron outside, but we were never able to reliably make playtesters look at it. The flashing Combine camera should also provide some indication that trouble is brewing. Though it's not a proper gate, the zombie draped over the exit is designed to slow the player down just long enough for Alex to finish her lines.
There you are. I wondered if you were gonna make it in time.
Sorry to keep you waiting. The Combine's on our tail. What's the plan?
I'm sending folks out in groups. And like I said before, if you can keep them safe and provide cover, we might actually stand a chance of reaching the escape trains.
Sounds good. Send out the first group.
Here we go.
Originally, Barney started off in this map in the doorway down by the citizens, but playtesters tended to wander around for a while before stumbling across him. We moved him up here to guarantee that his scene with Alex would unfold before players began any exploration. He's standing over a dead Metro cop because it's a plausible-looking long-term activity in case players don't move directly down to him. Nearby reward items also tend to draw players toward him.
Here we wanted to include something a little different, an escort mission. Most of our gameplay involves constant forward motion, so we wanted to design a situation where players would fight through the same basic area multiple times. This temporary backtracking would create a series of encounters where players had a full tactical awareness of their surroundings. Once again, all of this turned out to be more easily said than done, and this sequence went through a lot of iterations. Originally, the train yard was one big space. This approach had a couple of problems. Since players had a constant unbroken view of the entire area, it was virtually impossible to maneuver enemies into position for stage combat events, and because they could always see the goal, players didn't get much of a sense that they were leading citizens somewhere the citizens couldn't get to on their own. Ultimately, we broke the environment into two different spaces, a parking lot and a maintenance building. Because neither area can be seen from the other, we're able to repopulate the spaces with new, more deadly combinations of enemies while the player isn't looking. It also makes the journey feel lengthier and more significant. We wrestled with the problem of plausibly repopulating this area with soldiers between each trip. After several iterations, we decided to have the soldiers jump in through some high windows. This solution has several advantages beyond maintaining incredible fiction. It makes the incoming enemies more immediately visible, and, since the windows are unreachable from the ground, players aren't able to exit through them. Plus, leaping soldiers turn into tumbling ragdolls when shot, which is always entertaining.
Yeah, I almost was going to skip them tonight, but I think I'm kind of glad I decided not to. Just because I wanted to get through this one a little quicker, but I forgot how short this one is.
That wasn't so hard. We should have brought everyone over at once.
Yeah, we should have. Bigger groups.
Go back and get another group. I'll stay here and guard the gate.
Trying to set a trap up here somewhere. Don't know a good spot, really. Can't really predict where they move.
Keep them safe.
Run, guys, run. Speaking of which, I think they unbound the key. To make them run rather than just stand still. Yeah, I don't know why this is never bound. I'd actually be down for a couple Heroes of the Storm tonight, Wild. Because I'm about to finish this.
Keep your heads down.
This is nearing the end. And I could do a couple. If you want to.
Hey, Freeman, get back out there and help.
Meanwhile, we're planning to do some co-op streams. Just we gotta find the right times and the right games to do them as well. That's mostly me. That's not him. He's always down to play.
Okay, they're safe. Go for another group.
Oh, I got him. No, 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 no. Wait.
I thought we'd never make it.
Okay. I guess. Did I just leave them there? Oh, because I ran past them, that's why. Yeah, we met at 9 years ago, playing Terraria.
Bring another group of citizens, Gordon.
But just, yeah, I haven't ever met in person yet. But been playing off and on for for that time. Spaghetti time. Come on in, Billy. Wait, am I cheesing this by triggering these guys early? Are they supposed to come in? Oh.
Log loss detected.
Fantastic ass kicking, Doc.
That's what we need to be using. she's stuck.
Hurry out, people!
It was touch and go for a minute there.
We've got you covered.
Where's the last person? There he goes.
Hurry out, people!
We made it. Thanks to you.
We're ready for another group of citizens.
Okay, they're already out here. Oh crap. An APC there already? Peek again. We'll have to charge him. Oh, what a waste.
Now that's the Gordon Freeman I know.
Here, take this med kit.
Run! Like there's one more group after these two. Oh no. Yo. Why'd you jump down? Heal me.
When this is all over, I'm...
Heal me. Heal me.
Who am I kidding? Here, patch yourself up.
Thank you. Come on, before we lose you two. Why do I always end up with 69 health?
Thanks, Freeman.
Hey, Freeman, get back out there and help.
Okay, they're safe. Go for another group.
shotgunners. Get out of here before more of those come. Another save. I saw you two. Okay. Looks like she got him. Oh, that barrel. Perfect. Just what I needed.
To the trains, people! We'll make sure you get there safe and sound. Move them out!
Come. Oof, 18, let's go. Ow. Get down. What are you doing?
We've got you covered.
We made it. Thanks to you.
People.
Here, ammo.
Thanks. Heal me.
Take this medkit.
Yes.
I'm hurt.
Defend the citizens. Get them to the trains.
That should keep them off our backs for a while.
You guys coming?
Go on, Barney. They're not after you. Gordon and I will draw their attention while you get the others away from here. We can grab another train once you're clear.
Okay then. Don't take too long about it, yeah?
Here, let's open up this next track. Bye, Barney. Good luck.
See you when I see ya.
We needed a train station, but we didn't want something that was too similar to the one in Half-Life 2. We decided to give this station a more industrial look, to make it a place where trains were repaired and freight was offloaded. We included some Combine elements to help explain why the Strider can't fire through the various strategic barricades required by the game design.
No boom. They made it. Spoilers. They make it.
We separate Alex from the player here
get a
to
head
make the
start on the
Strider
next
battle
train.
a more intimate
time to
combat
lose.
experience. While we generally want Alex to be useful to the player, bosses tend to require a specific combat style to beat, and we found that it
We really
usually
need to
doesn't
keep
make gameplay sense to keep her around. Plus, boss battles are the player's big hero moments, and having too much help dilutes a sense
Shall
of
we?
individual accomplishment. Alex more or less sits out all of our boss encounters.
Gee, I know. And I'm gonna have to watch it off of YouTube too.
For this climactic battle, we created a new AI that makes the Strider a more interesting opponent. It has a snappier cannon that can better track the player's movements, and it now has the ability to target the environment in dangerous ways. For instance, its cannon fire can shove heavy shipping containers straight into the player.
This shipping container used to be accessible only after the player destroyed a padlock. Given the amount of stress during this part of the game, even a simple puzzle, in this case, destroying the lock, would be completely missed by the player. In the end, we felt like the arena we had built for the player to fight the Strider was fun enough without this added element, so we removed it.
That hurt a lot.
We often use goodies, such as this crate and the scanner battery around the corner, to guide players along a preset route. We want players to hit their marks during a battle without drawing attention to the fact that they're being subtly manipulated down a particular path.
Ow! Ouch. What happened?
We often use goodies, such as this crate and the scanner battery around the corner, to guide players along a preset route. We want players to...
Oh, I see. Oh, almost got the arrow to the knee. Stepping on hopper mines, that's what's killing me
We
there.
often use goodies, such as this crate and the scanner battery around the corner, to guide players along a preset route. We want players to...
Grim.
Fight, we also realized that players would need some cover. These workable panels satisfy both those design goals. Effectively, they can shelter. Players can hide behind the panels, but the Strider will target them or they destroy. This gives the players brief periods of safety during which they can plan their next move.
Nope.
We often use goodies, such as this crate and the scanner battery around the corner, to guide players along a preset route. We want players to...
Shot. Ah. 6-9 again.
We often use goodies,
such as this crate and the scanner battery around the corner to guide players along the preset route. We want players to...
There's gotta be an equation here in Steam. That is better.
We wanted...
Save.
We noticed during playtesting that players were often too afraid of the Strider's weapon to stand in front of it and fire rockets. This was kind of a problem, because rockets are virtually the only way to hit a Strider. To help players, we modified the Strider's AI so that the player launched rockets will significantly slow the Strider's attack. This battle of reflexes lets players guide their missiles in safety, as long as they get their shot off before the Strider does.
Battle of reflexes, huh? It's easy.
Fantastic job, Gordon.
Let me off.
You're my new hero.
New
I can't
hero.
believe it. I think we're actually gonna make it out of here. Quick now, let's get the train moving. Jump
Along
on,
with
Gordon, I'm
vistas,
right behind
positive feedback from Alex is one of our primary means of rewarding players. In this case, Alex's excitement over the Strider's destruction adds a sense of closure to the battle, and gives players the satisfaction that someone witnessed and appreciated their heroics.
Well, I'll say one thing. This ending is better than Half-Life 2 Original's ending.
The train the player rides out of City 17 had two major design goals. It had to visually connect the end of Episode 1 to the beginning of Episode 2, and it also needed to address the functional gameplay requirements of the second episode. Using reference material we'd collected on European train cars from the 1980s, we built a basic version of the train that level designers could test. Once we got the thumbs up from them, we added textures and lots of little details. The result is basically a caboose, combined with rounder, more streamlined elements from a passenger car.
Caboose. So she just chilled in here that whole battle. That's the gate we let her in. She just chilled in here. Nice. Wait.
Apart from being a big visual payoff to the episode, there were several story requirements that this ending sequence needed to convey. It had to make it very clear that the Citadel was destroyed, that the Citadel pods had escaped, and it needed to imply that the data transmission beam was streaming out of the ruins. We discovered that Alex had to be mostly silent during the scene, or else players tended to look at her instead of all the chaos around them.
Here we go. We did it, Gordon.
You mean I did it?
Here we go. We did it, Gordon.
No. pods coming out. Well, that's episode 1. Cool stuff. I think so. Next stream, I'm going to be doing episode 2. I could do it a little bit tonight, but I think I'm going to save it because they're shorter than the main game. Episode 2 is a little longer though, and there's also an achievement that I'm going to try and get involving a gnome and sending him to space. So there you go with that. And Wild, if you're still down, I can do like a match or two of Heroes of the Storm if you'd like. Give me something like with Arthas or something. Okay, so I'll switch over real quick. And anyone in here is welcome to join as well. Just wanted to take a little advantage of this being all the heroes are free till about April 1st, was it? Or like April 3rd, something. Oh, I should have checked if it needed an update. Okay, good. And while if you just want to hop onto my Discord, any room. Yep, I will change the stream info here. Thank you, Shade, for the reminder. Always good. As soon as this loads up. Stream title. Test. All right.
What's up?
Yo yo.
Now I need to mute you on my laptop. Hello, chat. Hi, Punk One. Alright. So what are we doing? We gonna do real people?
Well, whatever you think we should do. I don't No, any character. I was thinking, you mentioned that Arthas would be something I might like.
Arthas and yeah, Erica was saying Leoric possibly. Arthas is a tanky boy, but can be bruiser, so you can like fight people pretty well.
I'll try it with Arthas, and then maybe the next game we'll do. Like, was it Leona? You said
Leoric.
Leoric. Who's that?
He's where is he? Oh god, where is he? There he is. This guy? Or well, he looks like this for you. Skeleton boy.
Where is he on all the characters?
He's a bruiser from Diablo.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's alphabetical. We're good.
Should I Leoric? Nah, I'm not gonna Leoric. Do you want to do elite bots then, so you can learn Arthas, or you want to just do people?
We can do bots.
Alright. Then I will do this. I don't know. I'm not gonna be butcher because that'd be too easy. Do this. Why not? With the voice of God. Shade. Edgelord? Who's the Edgelord? Arthas? Or me? Both. Arthas. Arthas is a bit of an edgelord, to be honest. Did you played Warcraft, like the strategy game?
No, but I know the story kind of.
Okay.
And then, of course, from Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay. He does have a bunch of spikes. He's gotta have spikes, though. You're not a PC gamer? How dare you? Scrub?
Prepare for battle, mortals.
I've been trying, ever since I was a kid, I've been trying to convince all of my friends, oh, you gotta play this PC game. And then once I tell them to play one PC game, I'm like, now you gotta play this. Basically, just get a game. It starts with World War.
I'm writing a Komodo dragon turtle.
10 seconds.
It's a Kodo, I think. No, it doesn't look like a Kodo though.
This looks slightly different.
I actually don't know what that's from.
Show them that they
I
came
know it's from
here
WoW.
to die.
Yeah, your Chromebook would just explode. It's so quiet on my side. I'm just gonna stay with you in the middle lane, I guess. Since it's bots, normally I'd be off in a solo lane. Don't roast me, chat, for not knowing how to play.
Hey, look, why don't you hit up a healing round? Bleeding all over my floor.
Oh, jeez. Somehow I'm still alive?
Yeah, you're a tanky boy. Also, you know, if you hit letter D while you're mailing someone, it restores some mana, and you can hit yourself with your Q as well to heal yourself.
Oh, okay.
He has like a lot of the moves that Death Knights have from World of Warcraft. and they work pretty much the same way.
Makes sense.
Or similar way, at least.
Choose a talent. Comes for you. Time to prepare yourselves for the slaughter.
This map we gotta.
Oh, really?
This map we gotta kill a bunch of minions around this shrine thing in order to spawn a big boy. You done this map?
Maybe. This one seems like more basic.
Yeah, this one's pretty generic. But well, except for when the big boy spawns, then it's not generic. It's just bad. For us, if we get it, it's not bad. Everything hurts. Why did the clown have a glowing blue boner? That's me, and it was not a boner, it was a giant laser charging it. I'm not a healer. I can't heal Milty. Dude, we actually got it. That's crazy.
Oh, nice.
I thought that they were gonna get it for sure.
So does my E just like eat up my mana while it's active?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I
It also
deactivate it? Just E again?
E again, yeah.
Our Punisher has been slain. Long last. Choose a talent. Excellent heal. Now, you.
Y'all making me want to play Smite. You disagree about what? That I'm a healer? I actually kind of enjoyed Smite. I played it a little bit. I mostly, the only reason I don't like playing League of Legends and Dota is because the community is more toxic. like you can get banned for playing your character wrong. That's insane. I can't remember which game it was. We're not even playing it wrong, just not playing it towards the meta. And that's exclusively what I do in this set.
And it's always that the team does bad too. Like, if it's just a general facing a better team, there's always that one person that'll start picking on just anyone.
I mean, people do that in this too, but like, you're not gonna get banned. Like the devs are not gonna be like, yeah, you know what, this guy does suck too much to play our game. I get it's an esports, but no, it was a laser. Watch it. See, laser, ready?
Q.
Dude, I think I just played Borderlands for like a solid 5 hours, and I wasn't like live streaming it just for fun. I haven't done that with a game for a while.
Were you solo?
Yeah, it's fun. I like it more than 2. I think that might be like sacrilege or something. But
I feel like I've not heard that much about Borderlands 3. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
because it just released for the first time ever on PC, was never before on PC. Don't say anything anymore. don't mention the thing.
like, there's a little hype about it when it came out, but then I never hear it.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about when it originally came out, not on PC. What character? I'm playing Flak.
Activate it now!
Because I like having pets.
Fall before us!
I'm not looking to be overpowered. I like having the pets. I always play the Siren though. Like, Lilith was my main, and then I guess Maya was my. Well, the Necromancer was my main. That's not enough. What is going on? Oh my god. These bots are insane. I feel like our bots are significantly worse than their bots.
Like, I don't feel like we're fighting bots now.
What, you feel like we're fighting people?
Yeah.
It just feels like we're by ourselves almost. Like, I always hate having a Nova on my team unless they're like really good. But this bot Nova doesn't even feel like she's doing anything. To be fair, she's doing better than most players do. Oh god. Watch out, that poly bomb keeps spreading. It keeps spreading.
Sorry.
That's like a bomb, a living bomb, but it turns you into a shield. Crit Flak was absolutely broken. I mean, it seems broken. Dude, I just didn't pay attention to the objective. I'm sorry. They got the big boy at the bottom. Kill anybody in about 10 seconds. I fire! Be purged! Oh, we gotta go bottom. He's beating the crap out of you.
Just pummeling on you.
It is dead. Now we punish them.
Horrible, considering I didn't even go to the objective. We gotta fight this. We gotta steal their freaking deal. It's ours. Oh no, it's bad.
Oh dude, he just sniped it.
No wait, we didn't get it yet. Oh, you're dead as heck. Oh no.
Evil always finds a way.
I rate this game 5 out of 10. Need more Durgans? Dude, there's 2 characters that can turn into dragon. There's 3 technically if you count Brightwing as a dragon. Brightwing counts, I think. He's like a fairy dragon. I'm pretty sure that's what he's called in WoW. He also has a Deathwing skin in this. It's basically a dragon. Oh!
Torment awaits.
Oh dude, this Ragnaros is pretty good on our team. Got punched in the death. Ugh. Ugh.
He always gets me for the polymorph.
Yeah, that's his ult actually. The polybombs.
What does it look like when it's on there? Is it like that circle that we're seeing on the
Yeah,
ground?
it's like, well, for one, you turn into a sheep, and then two, yeah, there's like a red circle around you. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna say, like, I don't know if you could call it a nightmare, but I was like dreaming about freaking fighting black mass zombies after yesterday. Like, once I finally went to sleep, I could not stop my brain from being like, oh, I need to find a better weapon.
Did you ever find it?
No, not my dream, and in real life, I mean, I found like one more axe, and that's about it. What?
They're all up here north.
Yeah, the objective's up there. Let's freaking do it. Oh, the punch will be the death. There you go. Oh, the merge. My turrets are just taking care of some minions while we fight. It's working. Oh, dude, this is working pretty well. We got it, the big boy. Doom guy should be in this game. It's not a Blizzard property. This is Blizzard's version of Super Smash Bros. Except for the MOBA. And any idea what this? These people from my job are texting me. I'm like, dude, do you not understand that we don't work there?
Oh wow, I thought we were on mid. This works
No.
though.
I don't know, I'm super out of it right now. Honestly, like, I'm kind of with you on that. It feels like we're playing against people who are just like a little bit shitty at the game, but like they're higher level than us. They're just losing. Probably because I'm not like laning the way that I'm supposed to.
What are you supposed to be doing?
My character, I'm supposed to go into like bottom or top and just kind of clear wave for experience. Keep us leveled up, but I've been playing him as a bruiser because I always play him really well. Like, if you look at my stats and then you look up what the meta is for this character, it's the opposite of what I'm doing. But it works. And no, usually people don't yell at me for it.
Oh, Genji. Genji and Lucio coming.
Ooh, I'm not near you.
I'm gonna go back.
Okay. He might like dash over there and poke you.
This world will end.
Now I'm actually doing my job a little bit. Our Ragnaros is on fire. What the heck, dude?
Justice of the grave.
Hey, we did it! I never doubted us.
I'm gonna see if I can steal their camp.
So you going north? No.
Yeah, I went north. North? Top?
Your
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, we're gonna. I'm gonna sandwich this boy with you. Oh yeah. He's so dead. No portals for you. Oh, Allah, I couldn't get it too. He keeps shooting me with a laser. I have a laser too. Mine's better.
Frostborn thieves. Killing spree.
Well done.
Oh. Dude, Genji's
Genji
very
gank.
aggressive. Yeah.
Fort destroyed.
Oh, dude, we got this on lockdown. I got my 3 turrets down already. They stand no chance.
Here they go.
Just try and stop us. I dare you. I dare you. Look at this. They're being destroyed. Oh, I'm gonna chase this Meridian. Punching him. I'm punching him.
Level the high heavens with your arcane power.
Oh, oh baby. Oh baby. Alright, now it feels like bots. Now that we hit level 20. I can't believe we made this to level 20. Holy crap. I thought we would have like won by now. Oh my god. They're actually super aggressive.
Oh, you're all Hearth.
Yeah. No, it's just me. Everyone else is already back.
Oh.
Our Punisher has been slaughtered. Enemy slain.
Now I'm just pushing to win here. I'm capturing every single camp. Can't be stopped. Too good. Too good against bots.
By fire, be purged!
This Ragnaros on our team is actually good too. It's great.
Yeah, with using that ult.
Yeah. I mean, I love the lava wave ult. Dude, I guess also with like quick play, you could just pick someone who's overpowered. Because in quick play, there's no bans. Normally, ranked and unranked, there's bans.
Who's overpowered right now?
Deathwing and Galtos.
Okay, I'll try Deathwing.
The problem with Deathwing is he's not a normal character. Like, he can't be healed. He can heal himself, but no, like, he can't be grabbed, healed, stunned. He's invincible, or he's unstoppable at all times. Basically doesn't.
I can't tell
But
what's
he's
going
all-
on.
We're at the win, that's what's happening. Yeah, we won. Easy. Deathwing is a little complicated, I guess, but he also is kind of like one of those characters you just click buttons and people start to die. Dude, Ragnaros is MVP. Okay, at least.
Ragnaros looks
I'm
pretty
up.
fun though too.
You can do it. Ragnaros is my main bruiser next to probably Rek'Thar and Zool. Zool, motherfucker, Zool.
There's only Zool.
All right, this is like I'm going off on a tangent here. Did you ever play that? Like, did you have a Nintendo, original Nintendo, when you were younger?
Yeah.
Did you ever play that Ghostbuster game where they had like a Zool tower, and they, like it's kind of like they didn't even watch the freaking movie?
No, I never played it.
Okay, like they made the main like the final boss was in a Zool tower. Not Gozer. And I was like, yo, it's freaking supposed to be Ghostbusters. Zool's just one of the dogs. Just stupid. That game sucked.
A lot of those movie Nintendo games were just like so bad. Like
they were really bad. Really, really bad. Although I loved Simon's Quest when I was younger, and I tried playing it again when I was like 17. I know it's not a movie game. It's just a really bad game. It's horrible now. When I was younger, it was pretty fun. So maybe like some of the movie ones aren't that bad. The X-Men games, those were horrible.
Those were the beat 'em up ones?
No, well, I guess they were technically beat 'em ups. Not the arcade ones though, because I didn't have that.
Those were actually good.
Yeah, those were good. Those were later though. Those were like Super Nintendo and shit. The MVP went 0-0, did he? Do you want to play people or bots again?
You can try it. Should I do Ragnaros or Deathwing?
I don't know. Deathwing's more overpowered. Ragnaros is more normal of a character. Deathwing has like 4 health bars that get chunked off. Do you remember fighting him in World of Warcraft?
I never did. That's when I quit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Alright, I'll check out Deathwing.
Bots or humans?
Whichever you want, you choose.
I mean, I don't want to condemn you to a horrible fate by making it humans.
Alright, let's do bots then. Just because this is probably going to be the last one.
Well, then I should do humans.
Then it should be humans? Okay.
I'm going to condemn you to a horrible fate then.
Alright. Alright, I'm dead.
Okay. And I'll be, Stitches.
Stitches.
Obviously, they were best friends in World of Warcraft. Durgan, yes, good boy. Should I do the other dragon? The other dragon's a healer. Both of them.
And I can't be healed, right?
No, you can't be healed. That's why I didn't pick a healer. What I can do as Stitches is hook them.
Well, just let me eat them.
Yeah.
Rip.
So you have 2 forms. You have a... Well, basically you have a siege form and you have a hero damage form. So like, killing people versus killing minions. You have a button to switch between those forms. Dude, oh, they have a butcher. They don't have a healer. No, we don't have a healer. We both don't have healers. Oh no. I can't tell whose team comp is better. I guess ours, actually. Ours is better. We're squishier. Like, you and I are the only... Oh no, wait, we have Zool. I don't know, dude. I guess this is a relatively even match game. They have a Proteus, we have a Deathwing. Proteus level 13, you're level 4.
Facility powering up.
I'll take it.
What should I do for my first talent?
Are you ready?
I like the Iron Dragon head. It's like a silver dragon head because it makes it so you don't... Like, you can't get totally... Gives you, like, invincibility frames every time. If you look at your health bar, you have 4 separate health bars. Kind of
The Draconic Might?
10 seconds.
Yeah. So every time you lose one of those 4 sections, you get invincible for a couple seconds. And it also automatically makes your basic attack heals. So it's better for staying alive. If you need to heal, you hit Z and then you fly up into the sky and you can drop down wherever you want. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
We're destroying them.
I'll help out top then.
Okay. Dude, this Prometheus is so dead. He was definitely talking shit to his teammates. You could see him stop in his tracks. He was like,
oh my gosh, the fire.
Yeah.
The beacons are energizing. You have to control them.
Z, it's not working.
Z, you can't be in combat. You have to not be in combat and not have attack stuff for a little bit. At the bottom left, you'll see your Z. Now you can do it. There you go. I'm looking at a delay. To drop down, it's Q or W. Whichever one you use, it decides which form you're in. So like siege form or I don't know what I think it's called like destroyer form or something else. You gotta stand on your beacon up top there. Although don't die over it. Oh wait,
rip.
Never mind, you're dead. So they have that butcher character that I was playing that one time, so if we die too much, he's gonna get fed. We have to like revenge kill him for sure.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna come up top. No, wait, we got top and bottom. I'm gonna stay down here actually.
Okay, I'm going back up top. Or should I come down with you?
We're pretty okay right now. I mean, I'm out of mana. So, actually, Li Ming might need you. She's just a mage. Can't really survive stand. Oh, yep, now we need her.
Should I fly?
Yeah, fly down here probably. Li Ming doesn't need you. Actually, okay, you gotta stand on yours up there then. Or you gotta get one of them. You can do either one. I'll be bottom and I probably can make it back.
That's so OP.
What, your breath? I'm getting so aggressive. The beacon spawns Zerg waves on this map, by the way, so like the objective's super important. The Zergs are gonna mess stuff up. Whoever gets more is gonna definitely have a big advantage.
So I don't know which form that is better to be using.
I like using the siege one, but it doesn't. They're both really good, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you're hitting stuff. I mean, it kind of like one's definitely better at hurting heroes, and one's definitely better at hurting minions. The one that has the move that lets you put a pool on the ground, and that is definitely better at clearing minions. Alright, I'm gonna go top and help them out. If you could stay down there with Li Ming. Oh, wait, Li Ming's going up top? You're the only one down there now? Oh, I need to kill that. No.
Bendy, come up.
No. We actually need you bottom. Drop on him. Do it. realized I'm not able to hook you. I don't know. I was thinking I was gonna try and save you by hooking you. I was like, wait a second, Deathwing, right? You do that.
These pitiful mortals will know real power. Death takes flight.
Oh, the butcher. No. Oh, they got top also? Wait, how? The butcher freaking killed Zool. I'm sorry, Zool. I don't mean to trash talk you, but how, dude? Butcher's only at 95 needs. The butcher's not very good. Although, as I say that, I end up killing me.
You have been slain.
Dude, they got more Zergs than us. Now we need you top.
I am getting melted. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I'll be coming up top then.
when you respawn, yeah, come top because we have all these freaking Zergs up here.
Should I come down with W?
Sure. I don't remember which one W is. Anyone. I'll take whatever. Hello. Now just murder these minions. Thank you. I'm gonna hook. Yeah. Alright. We're keeping this butcher below 200. We have to.
That was really satisfying.
Dropping down and murdering everything.
Perhaps these mercenaries will join us.
Genji, why? I don't want this.
Board the swarm!
Giant good boy.
Oh, we let Zool die for that though. Dude, we're not gonna. I'm not leaving this. You guys, you two can do it. I'm not saving you. Not that you're dying, but. I'm about to mess this freaking variant. No, I'm messing this. Yep, variant's getting messed up. Ooh, and I pushed him on our side of the freaking wall. Get destroyed, dude. That's why I love being Stitcher. They just ate somebody and dropped them on our side of the wall. Holy Ming!
Slain.
Beacons are recharging, and the Zerg are growing agitated.
There's head pats. I don't know if I want a head pat.
Death status confirmed.
Oh, rip.
Yes. No, that sounded like I was saying yes to your death. No, I said yes to Butcher's death. Keep him below.
Select a talent.
We're down one. We're down. I'm about to do the same thing to Varian again.
Whoops.
Dropping Varian on this side of the wall.
Savage, dude.
This is my favorite part about being Stitches. This Probius, dude, this Probius is level 14. He doesn't know what he's doing. Probius is a strategic character. I don't know if that guy knows how to be strategic yet. Brain Just pulled him right into your slam. Oh, let's get this guy. Oh.
Teamwork.
I mean, now I'm just going down here trying to annoy or recap this possibly. It's totally fine. They poke me. Take it. Objective is fine. We need something else. Someone up there. Was that you?
Yeah, it's me up top.
Get slammed, Probius. That's what you get for trying a game out. Is that what we're doing, eh? Oh, I hate this boy. Come back here with me. Come back here. Help me kill this butcher. He's staying here, dude. He's staying here. It's such overkill, but it was funny. He was so dead. Dude, he's down to 90 meat again. He can't do it. We just won't allow him to reach 200. Oh, make his life a living hell. Oh, you got the correct ult too, I'm glad. I should have told you the other ult's absolutely trash.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the correct ult.
Is at my command.
Dude, I just went top. I didn't even realize there was something up there. Of course it's Blaze, of course.
Select a talent.
Just gonna grab this.
Oops, I messed up.
I'm be better than their Blaze.
Hero terminated.
Dude, it's okay because you killed Butcher. You didn't mess up. How'd you mess up? Did you get Lehman killed? I'm just gonna hold top because this Blaze is just worse. He's just worse than me. He's getting outplayed.
Hero slain. Double kill.
Nice.
Zergman's
Doing work. Alright, I'm coming. No, stand up top. I'm gonna push with artillery. I could potentially win right now, honestly. If I just get this Blaze murdered to death. Oh! Like this. Gonna pull this Blaze all the way freaking back. Now he's...
Bottom's going to get lost.
We can push harder top than we can push
Alert.
bottom.
Your base
But-
is being attacked by the Zerg. Eradication is advised.
One of our ports has been destroyed.
I'm hoping Zool can wave clear down there just enough for me. That'd be good.
Should I go bot or top? I got 10 seconds.
Go bot for now, unless you can clear that.
Yeah, they're still pushing.
Yeah, alright, go bot then. I'm just getting as much value out of this as I can possibly get. They're all up here though, so you guys should be fine down there now.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna come up then.
Okay. I should be fine. Oh! Oh! I didn't know you were gonna go in. Okay. 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 I see you. Oh, dude. Oh, no, it's my friend. Alright, I die with you.
Was that worth it? No.
No.
They're all still alive.
We didn't kill a single one of them.
That was just a big surprise. 30 seconds.
Speak for yourself. Now it's 30 seconds for me. My first death, man. Feels bad. Strangely, they're winning. It doesn't feel like they're winning to me though, but they are. Zool is also one of those characters who, I guess, like, since the last time I played, he was not that good, but apparently he got reworked recently. He used to be one of my mains, now he's way better. So now I'm like, oh wait, maybe he's my main, like, more so now? Because he used to be kind of eh, now apparently he's really good.
Is he one of the older characters or is he newer?
Older. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm trying to grab him so bad. Oh, I got him. I got him. He's so dead. Yes. Feels good. Oh. I might be dead. Oh, if you can get that butcher though. No, the butcher's gonna get 200. I mean, it's 17 minutes into the game and he just hit 200. But we might have just lost because they have boss. Our Genji's actually doing really bad. If you look at, if Milty hits tab, that 32,000 number is his hero damage. It's lower than mine and I'm the tank. He's done less damage to people than me. He's done less siege damage than me. He has less experience than me. He has less kills than me. Or he has the same number of kills as me. Our Genji is actually very bad. Actually, our Li Ming's very bad too. She has the same hero damage as me as well.
Your core is under attack.
And their DPS should not be happening. Our only really good person is Zool. But I also don't know if he's really good. He's got 7 deaths. Fine though.
Pitiful mortals will know real.
We're about to, alright, we lost. We lost. He's gonna murder. Let me see if I can just kill some, like ruin someone's day real quick. Eventually. I was just gonna see if I could grab somebody. We have to be top.
Okay, I'm gonna drop down and get the moment. Right into the Zergs.
I think we're dead no matter what you do, babe. See, you're doing a pretty good job on cleaning up the Zergs, but you're dead as hell.
That was entertaining. You have brought down an enemy fort. Fall back! Protect me from the Zerg!
Bad DPS. Yeah. Definitely, actually. That Li Ming, I don't know what happened with the Li Ming, but like, I don't know if she got shut out by the freaking butcher, or she just has been missing her shield. But her damage, Li Ming's like one of the higher damage mages. She can usually throw like this giant orb at people from really far away. It's Varian, what? I was pretty sure it wasn't gonna be Varian. Oh dude, I'm up there. Well.
Cool. I think I like damage characters a little more than tanks.
What did you consider Deathwing?
Epic.
A bit of both.
He's a bruiser. He's classified as a bruiser. Well, then next time we should have you be someone who's like straight up. Dude, we should have you just be Nazebo or something. Do you like summoning stuff or nah?
I've never really tried it, so be down.
Yeah.
We'll figure out some things.
Yeah.
How long are all the champions up till?
April 2nd.
April 2nd. Okay, so we got.
Have Milty be healer? I don't see. Like the thing is, if we make you be a healer, if you're not good, then everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, this fucking healer sucks." Like, there's gonna be no remorse.
I can be pretty good at healer.
That's like the role where people are gonna instantly be like, "It's your fault." it's of all the people's faults, it's your fault. Even if it's not your fault, it's your fault. I'm main healer, so I know the woes, and I would love it if you would also main a healer. But like this guy is my main healer. But this is my main character, but this is my main healer. Healer is by far my most played class.
Stukov.
Yeah.
See Warhammer? Wait.
What?
No, they wouldn't be Warhammer.
StarCraft.
Yeah, Warhammer's other guys.
Oh, you looking at Cassia? Could make use of Cassia by doing like this.
Oh.
Tychus is good at killing people with big health bars. Ragnaros is good. Wave clear. Thrall is really good if you're really good at playing him. Timing with him is like not aiming, but like literally knowing when to run and when to attack is like you can be a god as Thrall. Diva's overpowered and annoying, but like also not that good at winning games.
Mephisto.
Mephisto is pretty hard to use, but he can potentially do a lot of damage without too much risk, which is really nice. Uther's a healer. Tankiest of healers. Ariel is the most DPS-y of healers, besides Whitemane maybe, but I don't play Whitemane's the only healer I don't play. I refuse.
Is Illidan any good?
He's hard to use, but yeah, he's really good. He's a auto attacker, but he's very squishy. But he heals. He has lifesteal, so like, yeah, he's a brawler. I thought you would have wanted to be like Imperious, honestly. I think Erica was the one who was like, you might like Imperious.
Imperious.
Are you looking for him?
Yeah.
Top right. Third row down, second from the right hand side. Yeah. He's a bruiser, does pretty good damage. Can solo most people. Self heals by hitting or by having people near him. He's the one who can stab people in the face.
Right, he kept giving me his Muradin, that one match.
Okay, I was like, wasn't he doing... I feel like I played a game where you were Imperious, but maybe it was just we were playing against the Imperious who kept stabbing us.
I think he was a bot too.
I wouldn't be surprised. Tyrael's pretty good, but he's a tank.
Oh.
Lunar is a poison DPS person.
Kerrigan, any good?
Yeah, she's like a brawler DPS. Like she's very good at 1v1ing people. She has self heal. She can pull people back, kind of assassin-y, but not like secret, not like stealthy. Not stealthy whatsoever. Should just be the I'll be Cho and you be Gaul.
I'm down.
Be my other head.
Alright, well, cool. Get back on this soon.
Okay.
And other things. I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay.
Trying to go to bed earlier, so.
Earlier it's midnight. Oh, I guess it's 11 for you?
Yeah. Just trying to make a midnight cutoff. For me. Because I was up till 3 last night.
Yeah, I was up until 7 this morning, and then I took like a 3-hour nap. Woke up at 10. No. Punk woman enjoying the heroes, it looks like.
Thank y'all for coming in.
You're welcome.
Next stream. Yes. Next stream. Keep tabs on Discord.
That's true. I do need to look at my Discord more. I keep missing large chunks of your stream because I don't.
Well, you were playing it. You were playing Borderlands too, so I don't blame you.
No, but I have my Discord open. It's just I'm in like 20 Discords at this point, and
yeah.
When my phone rings, I'm like, oh fuck, it's probably. I don't expect. Is there a way to like specify a sound for your Discord? No, right?
You can mute a bunch of your servers that you don't want to pay as much attention to.
It's true.
Then there might be a way. I haven't looked into that ever. That's actually a good idea. All right. Fare thee well, all.
Goodbye.
Stay safe in pandemic.
Thanks.